Welcome to Restrictions and Thoughts Western Region English Medium video series. Hello students. Today we are going to study Standard 9th Political Science, Lesson number 3, India's Defense System. In the last chapter, we have studied India's foreign policy and we came to know that the primary national interest of a country includes defense from foreign aggression and internal unrest and keeping the borders safe. For this, every nation creates a defense system at the national level, and India has also created such a system. In this chapter, we are going to understand its nature and study the challenges it faces. Now, let's study what is national security. The international system is made up of sovereign nations. Even if they cooperate with each other, sometimes there are conflicts between these sovereign nations. There are disputes between the nations over boundaries, water sharing, not following the terms of international treaties, constantly competing against each other, and influx of refugees from neighboring countries. Whenever such a conflict arises, it is sought to be resolved by compromises and discussions. But when such efforts are not enough to resolve the conflict, a nation may even think of war. A nation attacks another nation and challenges its sovereignty and endangers security of the nation. Such challenges are created due to the military power of aggressive nations. In such a situation, a nation's first duty and responsibility is to keep the security system always well prepared and ready. This is called as national security. Here are some ways to safeguard national security. First one, national security is closely connected with geography because national security is more likely to be endangered by nations who are geographically closer. A nation must assess the threat to its geographical boundaries and the source of that threat. Second one, in order to keep this threat at bay, the nation has to increase its military might. The nation has to use modern technology to predict the threat, to build weapon system and modernize and update the defense forces. And third one, resolving conflict by taking recourse to war in order to safeguard national security brings internal peace into danger. Hence, some nations try to get the support of other nations to manage the threat to their national security. Now let's see about India's security system. India's security system includes the army, the navy and the air force that defend the country. The responsibility of protecting the geographical boundary is of the army. The navy protects India's coastline. The air force is in charge of protecting India's airspace. The Ministry of Defense controls these forces. The Indian Army is the world's seventh largest army. Its chief is known as the General. The Navy protects India's coastline and the Chief of Navy is known as the Admiral. The Chief of the Air Force is known as Air Chief Marshal. The President of India is the Supreme Commander of the Defense Forces. Defense forces cannot take any decision about war or peace without the consent of the President who represents the civil war. In a democracy, civil leadership is considered superior to military leadership. The defense forces are adequately modernized and for this some research institutions have been set up in India. Many military training institutes have also been set up in our country. The main purpose of military education and training is to improve the capability of military personnel in their respective role. All military training institutes provide training to the personnel of all ranks of defense forces so that they can perform their task very well. The most famous military training institutes in India are the first one, National Defense Academy NDA at Pune, second, National Defense College NDC in Delhi, and third one, Indian Military Academy IMA at Dehradun. So students, today we have learned about national security and ways to safeguard national security. We have also studied about India's security system, which include the army, the navy and the air force. And we have also studied about various military training institutes. All of you watch the video carefully and answer the given questions. Thank you.